right, first and foremost, give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh.
Matthew chapter 11, verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist.
John the Baptist is the subject matter. Read.
Until now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence.
Oppression, murder, right? Read.
And the violent take it by force. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John.
Until John, again, re-establishing that John is the subject matter. John the Baptist, read.
And if ye will receive it.
If ye will receive it, read.
This is Elijah, which was for to come.
Right there, out of Hamashiach Yahweh, you call Jesus Christ the Messiah. Out of his mouth, he just told you that John the Baptist was the reincarnation of Elijah. That's plain and simple. That was in the last verse. Okay. Now, give me that in 2 Ezra 14 and 35.
It's the book of 2 Ezra, chapter 14, verse 35.
Read.
For after death.
After death, you die. After death, read.
Shall the judgment come.
That's when your judgment comes. Do you go to heaven or hell? Let's find out. Read.
When we shall live again.
It doesn't say you go to heaven or hell. It says you live again. Read.
And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest.
Then the names of the righteous will be manifested. Right? Read.
And the works of the ungodly shall be declared.
Because you're either going to get judged or you're going to be blessed. Go ahead. That's it? Okay, let's get 3:16. It says the judgment comes when you shall live again. That's reincarnation. Go ahead.
This is Ecclesiastes 3:16. And moreover, I saw under the sun the place of judgment.
So under the sun, what's under the sun? The earth. So the place of judgment, it says you will die, then you will live again, then the judgment will come, meaning the judgment comes on earth when you are reincarnated or regenerated. Read.
That wickedness was there.
In
the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there.
Iniquity is there. And those who do the iniquity are going to have to pay for it when they live again. And those who do righteously will get rewarded for it when they live again, but all happens here on the earth. All right, so you can understand.
Revelation, the end of the 10th chapter.
Go ahead with that too.
Revelation, the end of the 10th chapter, and also Daniel, the end of the 12th chapter.
You want the last verse? You want the last couple?
Yeah, when he said they're going to prophesy again.
What in Revelation?
Revelation 10 and Daniel 12.
Oh, read. Yeah, you're right. No, that works too. Yeah, that works too. Hold that though. That goes right with it. Oh yeah. Start at 9. Start at 9. Read 9 to 11 in Revelation.
Revelation chapter 10, verse 9. And I went unto the angel and said unto him,
read.
Give me the little book.
So John the Revelator now said, give me the little book unto this angel. Read.
And he said unto me, Take it.
Take it.
And eat it up.
Eat this book up. That's what we're supposed to do with this word. Eat it up. It's bread. It's the bread of life.
That's right.
Read.
And it shall make thy belly bitter.
It shall make thy belly bitter. Read.
But it shall be in thy mouth, sweet as honey.
You see that? It's sweet and it's bitter. It's bittersweet. Read.
And I took the little book out of the angel's hand and ate it up.
And ate it. Read.
And it was in my mouth, sweet as honey. And as soon as I had eaten it, my belly was bitter.
You see that? Read on.
And he said unto me,
what did the angel say? Read.
Thou must prophesy again.
Wait, what?
Thou must prophesy again.
Is the angel a liar?
John was about 90.
John died after
the island of Patmos.
Yes, he died on his island in slavery, right?
In jail. In
jail. It was, that's where they sent them. They sent their criminals to the island of Patmos to do it, to mine that salt, right? So when is he prophesying again? So either the angel lied, or John would have to be regenerated or reincarnated, which he's probably on the scene now. Read.
Before many peoples and nations and tongues and kings.
Where did this happen? Where are these kings? Where are these nations? Where are these people?
Kings is cold, man. That's different. That's different empires.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? The captivities that we're in.
This is Daniel 12 and 13. But go thou thy way till the end be.
So the end be in the last days, read.
For thou shalt rest and stand in thy lot at the end of days.
You're going to rest. But then you're going to stand in your lot at the end of the days. You're going to come back and you're going to be a prophet again. Daniel died, right? He went and slept with his fathers. He's been coming back since then, and he's back now. You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
Do we know who it is? No, we're not gonna make nobody take a pact. This is the great prophet Daniel. We don't know who it is, okay? But whoever he is, he's here.
Yeah, the brother on Facebook giving his sisters of the truth, talking about he's Isaiah the prophet.
He's Isaiah the prophet. Sister, I'm Isaiah the prophet. She got to get with me. Ain't that some cold game? Huh?
Yeah, go.
Right? So, go ahead. You got that? You got something else? You got one of Revelations.
Go ahead. Reincarnation?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Revelation.
Book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he cometh with clouds.
Yahushua, when you call Christ, cometh with clouds, read.
And every eye shall see him.
Every eye shall see him, read.
And they also which pierced him.
How are they that pierced him going to see him if they died 2,000 years ago? They've been born again on earth, see? And not figurative, literally. Read.
And all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, amen.
Got some else, Deacon?
Yeah, somebody get a second Ezra, chapter 5, verse 41, all the way to 48. Because see, the Lord has created so many spirits that if he had them on the earth at one time, the earth would cave in. So that's why it has to be reincarnation.
Right.
And that's why there's 7, allegedly, but billions of people on the planet right now today, because this is the last judgment. We're in the last trump, or we're going into the last trump. So everybody's here right now to receive their judgment. All nations. If you look at the population in the mid 1800s until now, it is climaxed at least 350%.
That's right.
So anybody got it to read?
Second Ezra chapter 5, you said 41 to 48. Verse 41, and I said, behold, O Lord, yet art thou nigh unto them that are reserved to the end. It says, and what shall they do that have been before me, or we that be now, or they that shall come after us?
Right, so Ezra is asking the Lord, what's the judgment of those that were before us? What's the judgment of those that are living now? And what's the judgment of those that are for to come? All right, go ahead.
Verse 42, and he said unto me, I will liken my judgment unto a ring.
He would liken the judgment unto a ring. So the judgment keeps going on and on and on until today, which is why we're climaxing. Even though there's remote areas on the earth, it's still billions of people on the earth today to get judged. That's right. Go ahead.
Like as there is no slackness of the last, even so there is no swiftness of the first.
And you know what that's also saying? It's saying that in every life, the death is the judgment. That's basically what he's saying. If the judgment is like a ring and there's no slack, every time this generation comes and dies, another generation comes and dies, another generation comes and dies, and the reincarnation continues. That's the judgment. Go ahead.
Verse 43, so I answered and said, couldest thou not make those that have been made and be now, and that are for to come at once, that thou mightest show thy judgment the sooner?
Right, so Ezra is saying, why can't you just put everybody on the planet like right now? Basically, Ezra was asking for what we see right now. That's why somebody can get that scripture that the prophets desired to see this day today. If you can find that. The prophets desired to see this day today. Because that's what Ezra is asking. Can he live in these times where we see the highest visit in the earth? We see the signs, we see the trumps, we see the prophecies come to pass. All right? Anybody got that?
I was about to say, he was trying to get it over. He said, you know, can we just bring this thing up
right
now?
And he wanted it to come sooner. And hey, he was hastening the day. That's why we hasten the day today. That's why it's written in the scriptures.
Hey, if I could add too, the sergeant always brings this out about how we became wiser than our teachers because we are actually seeing the prophecies come to pass. So when Ezra was, you know, was reading the prophecies, you see what I'm saying? Maybe they didn't have that, you know, the sort of understanding as we have now, being able to see it, you know, and it's really,
13, 17.
and it's really a blessing that we get the, you know, that the Most High has imparted to us that understanding right now.
to be living in his time. It's a blessing and a curse because it's the worst time to ever be living, the time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation. But the 1/3 shall be saved out of it. So go ahead.
This is Matthew 13:17. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them.
See that? So is there more on that? So go ahead.
And to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them.
Right. So the prophets of old, namely Ezra, wanted to live during the time of Yahushua, wanted to live during these times right now, so he can see the Lord's judgment, so he can see the kingdom coming. But go ahead back in 2nd Ezra.
Verse 44. Then answered he me and said, the creature may not. So like it says, the creature may not haste above.
Haste.
Or excuse me, haste. Like it ain't got the end. It says the creature may not haste above the maker.
The creature shall not haste above the maker. So you got guys running this race, cramping up and falling out because they thought the kingdom was going to come in the year 2000. They thought the kingdom was going to come 3 years after we came into the truth, like the influx of the 2010 generation came in. We was like, hey, we only going to be here 3 more years. Yeah. So you can't haste above the maker. Why? Because God, the Most High, is bound to his word, bound to his prophecies. That's why you got to measure the time by what? Prophecy. So go ahead.
It says, then answered he me and said, the creator may not haste, the creature may not haste above the maker, neither may the world hold them at once that shall be created therein.
You see that? So the world cannot hold all the spirits that Yahweh has created. That's right. Period. Or this bitch would cave in. All right? That's a lot of spirits just to be coming back every 4th generation from every nation. All right?
Right, it's like a building, right? Or a club. Got a max capacity.
Right. Yeah, it'll be max. If all the spirits were here, which, you know, majority of them are today, being that it's the time of judgment, but it'll be max capacity on the planet, all right? Go ahead.
Verse 45, and I said, as thou hast said unto thy servant, that thou which givest life to all hast given life at once to the creature that thou hast created, and the creature beareth, even so it might now also bear them that now be present at once. Verse 46, and he said unto me, ask the womb of a woman.
Ask the womb of a woman, right? Read.
And say unto her, if thou bringest forth children, why doest thou it not together?
Right, so he said, ask a woman, can she carry 10 kids at one time, so to speak? All right, go ahead.
It says, but one after another.
But one after another. 9 months, she delivers a baby, her healing process. She gets pregnant again, she delivers a baby. She gets pregnant again, she delivers a baby. Lest it be twins, triplets, or quadruplets, which is very rare, all right? But majority of the time, the woman has the baby in 9 months, heals up, gets pregnant again, and have the baby in time of separation, all right? Go ahead.
It says, pray her therefore to bring forth 10 children at once. And I said, she cannot, but must do it by distance of time.
And same with the Most High and the spirits that were created in reincarnation. Some also like to say regeneration, all right? So that's how it is with the reincarnation. The womb of the Most High, which is the spirit world, the throne room, which my man Alizar likes to say, you know, which is in the 4th dimension somewhere in the heavens, where he creates these spirits. That's where they rest until they're ready to come down here and be inside a body, be in the flesh. Then they go back to the spirit realm to the rest, like Daniel said. They rest and they come back down until the judgment is over. Right? Well, go ahead.
Verse 48. Then said he unto me, even so have I given the womb of the earth to those that be sown in it in their time.
That's right. Okay. So that's proof of reincarnation right there. Finish that and I'm good.
No, that was it. In their time.
So there you have it. Reincarnation. Anybody else have something?
So, right. Yeah. We with that, we're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Shem Yahushai, and say shalom.
Shalom.